Catch the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sodbusters.
Throwing strikes, being efficient with our pitches, making those routine plays, and having a great approach at the plate. So just keeping things simple and just building up that team chemistry as much as possible, I think, will help you win some games.
1-2. Swing and a miss as the Sodbusters strand the bases loaded to keep this a tie game.
This one is bounced back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. One run scores. Here comes Printer around third.
Our fans recognize that, and they know that it's a family atmosphere at our place, and that's what we like.
To the left side and through for a base hit. The go-ahead run scores as Jensen delivers once again.
This one, the lightest of light hits. He gets an RBI single.
I think it's just a great experience, getting kids from all over the country to come in and play together.
Catch the spirit of the game, the Hastings Sodbusters.
Hastings looks for a sweep of their old nemesis tonight, the Fremont MOO. After the Hastings Sodbusters beat Fremont only one time all of last year, they've earned a season split so far in 2 games, and now, after winning an earlier contest 3-1, trying to take Game 2 of the doubleheader and also move up in the standings here in the Independence League with that win in game number 1. The Sodbusters actually jumping Fremont. They're 9-5. Fremont falling to 11-7. Both teams trying to chase down Casper for the first half title. The last day of the first half will be a week from tomorrow. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, the Hastings Sodbusters leading off and playing second base. It's Drew Vega. Batting second, the shortstop, Josh Printer. Batting third, right fielder, Sawyer Duddleston. In left field, batting fourth, Cale Jensen. The DH, Amato Sato, will bat fifth. Then it's Ryan Jarvis playing first base and batting sixth. Batting seventh and playing third base, Tyler Welch. Batting eighth and catching, Nathan Massar. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Alexiel Delgado. It'll be Jude Sundquist on the mound for the Hastings Sodbusters. Fremont goes with Miles Meadows leading off and playing right field. Trey Brooks in center field batting second. Cooper Fucino is batting third and catching. Then it's Connor Peterson at first base. Bridger Coleman, the DH. Dean Reynolds in left field. Isaac Bonner at second base. Hunter Snyder, the shortstop. And Dylan Brandenburg is playing third base and batting ninth. Reese Cordham gets the start on the mound for the Fremont MOO. Sodbusters won the opener 3-1. 3 runs on 9 hits. 1 error for Hastings. 1 run, 4 hits. And no errors for the Fremont MOO. The story of the game, the pitching of Jack Kruger, 7 innings, 1 unearned run on 4 hits, as the team ERA for the Hastings Sodbusters actually goes down 1.5. Team ERA is now 4.2 for the year. Team batting average at 246. They move up about 7 percentage points. Sodbusters, after that rough road trip when they had a team ERA of 7.01 and a batting average of 214, still managing to go 4-4 in that particular road trip. Pretty impressive. Just able to get timely hitting and good pitching for the most part at times to pick up 4 wins in 8 games. Fremont, they've now lost a couple in a row. Lost the Nebraska Prospects yesterday and falling in that first game today. We'll have to see how it goes, as the Sodbusters and Fremont are going to be squaring off several times in this final week of the first half. Everybody trying to chase down Casper. Casper has 2 with the Wahi, 2 with Fremont, 2 with the Plainsmen, and another 2 with the Wahi. Meanwhile, the Sodbusters get the 2 with Fremont, then 2 with the Plainsmen, 2 more with Fremont, and then 3 with the Prospects to close out the first half, including a doubleheader next Saturday against the Prospects. So back-to-back Saturday doubleheaders for the Hastings Sodbusters. Keep in mind, those games start at 6 o'clock. Everything else is 6:35. Sodbusters have taken the hill behind their right-hander, Jude Sundquist. Sundquist, another South Dakota State guy. We'll take another one just like the first one from the Jacks, as they were able to get tremendous pitching in that first outing today from Jack Kruger. And now Jude Sundquist, his fellow Jackrabbit teammate, who pitched 6 innings in the spring, getting more of an opportunity here in the summer. He was the winning pitcher against Oahe earlier this year, coming in at 1-1, 4 appearances, 5 at a third innings pitched. He's allowed 11 runs, 10 of those earned, allowing 7 hits, striking out 9, walking 6, ZRA elevated at 16.88. And defensively, It's Nathan Massar behind the plate. At first base, Ryan Jarvis. Second base, Drew Vega. The shortstop, Josh Printer. At third base, it's Tyler Welch. The outfield left to right, Cale Jensen, Alexio Delgado, and Sawyer Duddleston. A mix of lineups. 3 or 4 guys that weren't in the lineup first game are in there now. Kind of the same for the Fremont MOO as they'll send Miles Meadows to the plate. Meadows stands in the right-handed box, righty versus righty matchup, and we're underway in game number 2 and nearly got a piece of him. 1 ball and no strikes on Miles Meadows. He batted down in the order and went 1 for 3 in the first game today. Here's the pitch. A lot of velocity, but misses. 2 balls and no strikes on Miles Meadows. A little different looking lineup for Fremont. Probably more changes, and that's not too terribly unexpected. You lose that first game, you're going to change things up a bit. Wind blowing in from center field here at spacious Duncan Field. Miles Meadows skies this one in the air over on the left field side, and making the call, making the catch, Josh Printer. Tremendous range to make the play. The shortstop all the way into foul territory for the first out here in game number 2. Trey Brooks will step to the plate. Did not play in the first game. Coming into today, 292, 4 runs batted in, 4 runs scored. Does have a stolen base in 8 games played. One of the newcomers since the first meeting between these 2 teams. Hard hit ball right side, base hit, fair ball. Duddleston over to cut it off. The throw to second is going to be in time. The gun from Duddleston to Josh Printer. Trey Brooks has himself a single, but that's what happens when you have a center fielder playing right field, and Sawyer Duddleston, thank you very much. So it's a single for Brooks. He tried to go to second, and it was not very close. Tremendous range for Duddleston and a gun. 9-6 on the putout. And here comes Cooper Fucino. Fucino got an at-bat late in that first game, pinch hit, and was struck out, and he takes strike 1 here. So Cooper Fucino at the plate now. He's batting .327 with a home run, 6 runs batted in, 8 runs scored for the season. Sundquist brings home the pitch, and this one skied out of play. Quickly 2 strikes on Cooper Fucino. Fucino playing his college ball at Creighton. Did not play in the spring. Getting an opportunity to get some summer at-bats here. And he's down to the count. No balls and 2 strikes here. First inning of game number 2 of this doubleheader. Both games 7 innings. Sundquist brings home the pitch. Just misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sodbuster fans not happy. Good crowd on hand here for this Saturday night. 9 innings of winning. One of the big promotional nights here at Duncan Field. Good chance to come out. Lot of fun to watch Sodbuster baseball. 1-2 pitch on the way. Right down the middle. And Fucino disappointed in that at bat. Sundquist excited as he faces the minimum here in the first. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We have the bottom half of inning number 1. Fremont nothing. Hastings coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com. To the bottom half of inning number 1, the Hastings Sodbusters coming up against the lefty, Reese Cordum. Cordum, another one of the tremendous arms for this Fremont squad. They have a team ERA, 2.59 coming in. Reese Cordham individually 1-1 at 2.33 ERA, making his third appearance in 9 innings. He's allowed 6 runs, his 3 of those earned. He's allowed 12 hits, struck out 9, hasn't walked anybody. He's a Fort Scott Community College Greyhound from the eastern part of Kansas. And he played his college ball at Pius X in Nebraska. Fort Scott Dynamite in the spring in that tough Jayhawk conference went 39-19. And he went 2-1 with a 4.24 ERA in 23 innings pitched. Reese Cordham getting a start today for Fremont, and he's backed up defensively by catcher Cooper Fucino. Connor Peterson plays first base. At second, it's Isaac Bonner. Third base, Dylan Brandenburg. The shortstop is Hunter Snyder. The left field, Dean Reynolds. In center field, Trey Brooks. And the right fielder is Miles Meadows. Fremont MOO and the Hastings Sodbusters here in game number 2. As Fremont sent the minimum to the plate. They had a 1-out single from Trey Brooks, tried to turn it into a double, and Sawyer Duddleston gunned him down. Here comes Drew Vega. He's become a fixture at the top of that order, went 1 for 3, a couple of stolen bases, and a run scored in the first game today. Drew Vega, right-handed hitter out of Arkansas Tech. Lefty versus righty matchup, and the pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 1, no balls, and 1 strike. So you had Vega, Printer, Duddleston, Jensen, Jarvis, and Delgado all play in the first game. They're in the lineup here in game number 2. 0-1 delivery. Up the middle, base hit, Drew Vega. Leadoff single, and we'll see if they turn him loose. Vega, a couple of stolen bases in that first game, has a team leading 6 stolen bases in 7 attempts. Different catcher. We'll see if they test the arm of Cooper Fucino behind home plate for the Fremont MOO. And it's going to be Josh Printer. Printer 0 for 3 in game number 1, but played a very solid game defensively for this Hastings Sodbuster team. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. Josh Printer coming into today, batting average of .279 after he went .190 in the spring for Houston Christian. Still looking for his next college stop. Houston Christian were under the direction of Lance Berkman. He stepped down, the Houston Astros legend. So Houston Christian going to be looking for a new head coach, and Josh Printer going to be looking for a new college as he exhausted his Division I eligibility, but could still play at a lower level. Runner goes, 1-1 pitch, taken high, throw down to second base is in time. And the high throw, I thought there's no way they get Drew Vega, but high to grab it was the second baseman, Isaac Bonner, and apparently getting the tag applied. I'm not sure, but by golly, that's the way it's called, so we'll take that. No argument from the head coach, Joel Skipper, in the third base box. You're going to have opportunities to be aggressive. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. 2-4 on the caught stealing there. So he's been caught stealing now for just the second time this year. He's now 6 for 8. Pitch across for strike 2. 2-2 the count on Josh Printer as the left-hander Reese Cordham. Set to go atop the hill. He'll wind and deliver. A little bit low for ball 3, 3-2 on Josh Printer for the Hastings Sodbusters, a guy who played last year for this Hastings team and went .244 with 13 runs batted in, 29 runs scored, and stole 11 bases in 46 games for Hastings. A real fixture defensively, pretty much play him anywhere on the infield. Bouncing ball foul, and it's weird to say that he's got a better arm this year than last year, but he was battling arm pain through the course of last summer, and he's so much more fluid with his movement, able to throw on the money off balance. Last year he pretty much had to get set just to make the strong throw. Tremendous arm a year ago, but it's at another level this year. 3-2 pitch inside and it hit him, and Josh Printer, if you're going to get hit, you want to get hit for the first pitch. You don't want to get hit on ball 4. That's just insult to injury, but he will be aboard on the hit batsman. And Sawyer Duddleston comes to the plate with 1 on and 1 out. Sawyer keeps on keeping on, 1 for 2 in the first game with a run scored, raising his battage average a couple of points as he was .447 coming into today. He's .538 at home this year. Sawyer Duddleston has been on fire, and you want to just keep that going. Pitch taken for a strike. Hopefully he can also translate that into a solid senior season at Arkansas Tech. 0-1 delivery is on the way. Swing and a miss. Pretty decent heat for Reese Cordham. Blew it by Sawyer Duddleston. He'll have to battle here. No balls, 2 strikes. Duddleston also hit by a pitch in the first game, so he continues to extend his team lead in that category with 7 to go along with 10 walks. He has been an on-base machine this summer. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, and it's by, and Printer's into scoring position now with only 1 man out. So 1-2 the count. Duddleston takes second. I should say Printer takes second of the wild pitch. Duddleston trying to bring him home. Hastings Sodbusters and the Fremont MOO. Fremont got a 1-out single, but that guy was erased by Duddleston as he gunned down Trey Brooks, trying to stretch a single into a double. Tremendous throw from Duddleston. Printer started to take off to third. It goes back, and Duddleston hits this one in the air to left field. Base hit. Printer rounds third. He's going to try to score. Here comes the throw home. It's cut off. RBI single from Goose. Sawyer Duddleston keeps it going, and the Hastings Sodbusters strike first again. An unusual statistic. Hastings has scored first in every home game this year. They're 5-1 at home. Their only loss coming to Fremont back in the season opener when they took a 1-0 lead, but then ended up losing that contest 6-1. And they get on the board here in the first inning and don't want to stop yet. Cale Jensen played his first game for the Hastings Sodbusters, went 1 for 3 with a run batted in. Stands in the left-handed box here against Reese Cordham. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Jensen very easily could have had a multi-hit game as the pitch is over but low for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Cale Jensen. He hit a rocket shot, but right to the first baseman who stepped on the bag to double up Duddleston. 1-0 pitch, taken for a strike, 1-1. Umpires, the 2-man crew today. Jake and Tucker McHugh. Appreciate their service here on this Saturday doubleheader of baseball. That pitch on the inside corner, 1-2. A single for Vega. He was caught stealing. Printer hit by a pitch, advanced on the wild pitch, and Sawyer Duddleston brought him home. Duddleston goes. Pitch swung on and missed. Throw down to second base and out at second. So a couple of caught stealings there for Cooper Fucino, and it could be a little tougher here in game 2 with Fucino behind the plate, and that will end the Sodbuster first. So they actually able to end this first inning with Sawyer Duddleston caught stealing. And we will head to the second inning. Hastings leads it, however, by a score of 1-0. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters Baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Head of the second inning, the Hastings Sodbusters on top by a score of 1-0 as the Sodbusters jump out on top here in the early going, and now Fremont will send its 4, 5, and 6 hitters up there. Peterson, Coleman, and Reynolds as the Hastings Sodbusters looking to get a doubleheader sweep today, as the minimum faced by Jude Sundquist back in that first inning. A fly out, a single, but that guy was gunned down at second base on a fine play from Sawyer Duddleston, and then a strikeout of Cooper Fucino to end the first inning. Here comes Connor Peterson. Peterson 1 for 3 with a run batted in as he stands at the right-handed box, and Jude Sundquist, the right-hander, is set to go. Brings home the first pitch. Right at the knees for a strike. No balls and a strike as Jude Sundquist, 89-91, topping the radar gun according to Flight Scope, and Connor Christensen running the show over there with Noah Pagel. Appreciate that information. 0-2 pitch on the way. And a pitch swung on and missed. A 3-pitch strikeout to Connor Peterson. Back-to-back strikeouts from Sundquist wrapped around that first inning break. And that will bring to the plate Bridger Coleman. Coleman was the catcher in the first game. DHing here in game 2. He went 1 for 3. Pitch taken for a strike. No balls and a strike. Sodbusters winning that first contest 3-1, out hitting Fremont 9-4. All the guys who had hits in the first game are in the lineup for the Fremont MOO here in game 2, and strike 2 on Coleman. So a steady diet of strikes for Jude Sundquist to this point in the contest. The South Dakota State product out of Chisholm, Minnesota. High and tight, 1-2 on Coleman. He nearly hit the first batter of the ball game, Miles Meadows, who would eventually pop it up. And Trey Brooks with a single right down the first base line. And off the bat, I was thinking too, so was Trey Brooks, but Sawyer Duddleston had other ideas as he put a cannon shot to second. Pitch is inside, it's 2-2. Hastings Sodbusters with the early lead again. They have scored first in every home game this year. 2-2 pitch is popped up. Right side, foul territory, and Sodbusters not going to be able to get there. Duddleston and then Jarvis had a long run down the first base line. He really got closer than I thought he was going to. The end of that first inning, Sodbusters the victim of a strike him out, throw him out, double play, as Jensen went down on strikes, and then Sawyer Duddleston caught stealing to end the first. But Sodbusters already put one on the board with Duddleston an RBI single to get Josh Printer home. Sodbusters lost 2 guys on the bases. 2-2 pitch, down low, goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good opportunity for Nathan Massard to get in the lineup as a catcher today. He's also pitched for the Sodbusters this year, a guy who's going to try to work his way into the Saginaw Valley State lineup, one of the better D2 teams in the nation. They made a super regional this year. 3-2 pitch right there for, whoa, ball 4. It's been a little bit low. I thought the batter was heading to the dugout, but it's a walk for Bridger Coleman. No argument for the Hastings Sodbusters. And here comes Dean Reynolds. Reynolds, one of the new guys in the lineup here in game number 2. Reynolds, 0-for-2 on the year to start his career. Grounds this and back up the middle. Printer dishes to Vega for 1, over to first in time. Double play, 6-4-3. Printer, Vega, Jarvis, and that quickly the base runner is gone. 6-4-3 as Dean Reynolds grounds into the inning-ending double play. And Jude Sundquist has faced the minimum through 2. It's 1-0 Sodbusters. This is Hastings Sodbuster Baseball on YouTube. Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Sodbuster baseball head to the bottom half of inning number 2. Hastings on the board early again as they take a 1-0 lead. Last contest, they scored 2 in the first, never trailed, won at 3-1. It's been a common theme. They've scored first in every home game this year because lost to Fremont, had that wild game against Oahe, 11-10, in which they led, trailed, and finally came back to win by an 11-10 count. Other than that, then beating Oahe 5-0, beating the Prospects 7-3 and the Prospects 3-2, and pretty well able to keep the lead in those contests. Here's Yamato Sato to lead things off for the Hastings Sodbusters here in the second inning. Sato, out of Tokyo, hitting 0-8-7 with an RBI and 4 runs scored. Grounds this one to the left side, fielded by the shortstop. Throw to first in time as Hunter Snyder takes out Sato on the first pitch. That'll bring up Ryan Jarvis. Jarvis has had a good day at first base and at the plate. Ryan Jarvis, 3 for 3 with a run batted in the first game. Steps out of the left-handed box. Ryan Jarvis. It's been a really nice addition. Batting .216 on the year. Had his triple during the last homestand for this Hastings Sodbuster squad, and he's first pitch swinging here. That's pop-up and foul territory on the third base side. That's going to be caught. So 2 pitches, 2 outs, and interesting to see if the next batter takes a few just to give Jude Sundquist a little bit of rest. Dylan Brandenburg making that play, so a very quick beginning to the second inning for Reese Cordham. Cordham threw 16 pitches in the first. He's thrown 2 here in the second. And here comes Tyler Welch. Right-handed hitter. Watches it go by. 4-1, 1 ball and no strikes. He's a Hastings College guy, returnee from last year. Tyler Welch. Hitting .400, 4 for 10 in 3 games played. Also has a pitching outing, went 1 inning, no runs, no hits. Tyler Welch out of Tucson's Sabino High School. And Hastings College, his next stop. An exercise science major, wants to coach baseball eventually. 2-0 pitch on the way. Stays high. Good job for Welch to at least make Cordham throw a few pitches, and now he's ahead in the count, likely going to be taking a 4th right here. Nathan Massar waits on deck. 2 outs, nobody on, second inning. Sodbusters lead it 1-0, the pitch. Across for strike, 3-1 the count. Again, we appreciate the Sandy Creek website for allowing us to get the YouTube broadcast today. The Sodbuster YouTube not being cooperative. It's AI, I swear. 3-1 pitch is on the way, and it's ball 4. So they consented to let us use their site this evening. If you have found the site and can spread that on to other Sodbuster fans, you feel free to do so. And big salute to Mason Hendricks, who pushed all the buttons to get this right and, got the little paper clips to put all the wires in the right place to make it happen. You know how the intranet is. Sodbusters now have Nathan Massar at the plate. Massar 0 for 5 in 2 games played. Stands in the right-handed box. 1 on, 2 outs. Welch leads away from first. Here's the pitch. Foul back, quickly 0-2 on Massar, and I doubt Welch is going to go anywhere after seeing Cooper Fucino gun down 2 pretty good Hastings Sodbuster runners in that first. Vega and Duddleston both caught stealing. Sodbusters only had 1 guy retired, Cale Jensen, the rest on the bases. Pitch taken outside. 1-2 on Nathan Massar. Massar out of Saginaw Valley State. An education major, wants to teach PE and coach eventually. 1-2 delivery, way outside, 2-2. Had a good pitching outing earlier this year. He's one of those two-way guys. In 3 appearances, 11 1/3 innings pitched, allowing 7 runs, 6 of those earned. 14 strikeouts, but 12 walks. So it's been electric in terms of the strikeouts, but he's walked too many. And watches this one go by for ball 3. So a couple of extended at-bats after 2 one-pitch at-bats from Sato and Jarvis, now 3-2 on Massar. And Cordham brings it home, and ball 4. So the Sodbusters have 2 on, 2 outs, trying to manufacture something here at the bottom of the order. Back-to-back walks at Alexiel Delgado, who was 2 for 2 in the first game with an RBI. An RBI chance right here for the Hastings Sodbusters. Alexiel 150 coming into today. Was a regular top of the order guy, but has been bumped to the number 9 spot, and maybe he'll find a home there, and big RBI chance here. The pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike one. Early in the season, the batting average can fluctuate so much. Get yourself a couple of hits, and you can see it rise in a hurry. Here's the 0-1 pitch, I should say, and that's fouled over on the Fremont side. Quickly, no balls, and 2 strikes on the batter. Alexiel Delgado for the Hastings Sodbusters. 1 run in the first. We're in the bottom of the second with 2 on and 2 out as Reese Cordham, with the sun in his face, brings the pitch in, and it's fouled away. Not a fun time of day. If you're the shortstop, pretty much the sun right in that guy's face, even though there's shadows all around him, and no fun being a left fielder now. Hunter Snyder's the shortstop, and Dean Reynolds out and left. Going to really have to be careful. You get a line drive coming at you, and it can be disaster. 0-2 with 2 outs, and the pitch. Bouncing ball, foul. It remains 0-2 on Alexiel Delgado. And like I say, really doing a good job of working the pitch count for Reese Cordham, as he had 2 outs with 2 pitches, but then a 5-pitch walk, a 6-pitch walk, and Delgado battling here with the 1-2 count. So he takes that ball. 1-2 for Alexiel Delgado, the number 9 hitter for the Hastings Sodbusters. As Delgado, in that first game, getting a couple of hits, raised his batting average 40 points. Pops this one up. Shortstop has it measured. And back a few steps into short left field, Hunter Snyder, and that will do it for Hastings. No runs, no hits, 2 men left. We head to the 3rd inning. Hastings Sodbusters lead it 1-0. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back, or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. It is Hastings Sodbuster Baseball as we head to the 3rd inning. The Fremont MOO will have the 7, 8, and 9 coming up against Jude Sundquist, who's faced the minimum through 2 despite allowing 2 base runners. Sundquist has thrown only 19 pitches the first inning. He had Trey Brooks single, but then thrown out trying to get a double. And in the second inning, Braden Coleman walked, but it was raced on a 6-4-3 twin killing, and now it'll be Bonner, Snyder, and Brandenburg. Bonner coming to the plate. Isaac Bonner getting his opportunity. He went 1 for 3 in the first contest today. So Bonner steps in the left-handed box against the right-hander, Jude Sundquist, and first pitch swinging. No balls and a strike on Isaac Bonner. He is a Sioux Falls Cougar. NCAA Division II school. They went 22-25, played his high school ball at Omaha Central. And the 0-1 pitch is bounced to the right side. Vega has to charge. Underhand toss with the glove in time. 4-3 on the putout. Nice, literally, glove work for Vega, who realized he was going to have no time to make the transfer, so just dished with the glove to Jarvis, and that is pretty. Sodbuster infield has looked really, really good again today. 4-3 on the putout. It took a weird little hop. A lot of spin on that one from Bonner, and he is out. Now that'll bring up Hunter Snyder. Snyder, left-handed hitting shortstop, stands in the box, and Sundquist brings it in. Couldn't pull the trigger on that one. No balls and a strike on Hunter Snyder. Sodbusters lead this one 1-0 after winning the first game by a score of 3-1. Here's the pitch, and that's inside. And back to the screen, but no harm. Nobody's on, and 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. Sundquist comes set, looks in, brings the pitch, and this would have bounced to the right side again. Vega had a long way to go, but it makes it look really easy. Much more routine play there. A pair of 4-3 footouts for Drew Vega. This time to Hunter Snyder, and it'll be Dylan Brandenburg with his first at-bat of the day. Brandenburg out of Skyline College. He's a Trojan, batting .229 with a double, 8 runs batted in, and a team-best 10 runs scored. Went 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored when these two teams met back in the Hastings season opener. Pitch taken for a strike, and no balls and a strike on Dylan Brandenburg. Top of the third, Sodbusters on top 1-0. They've out-hit the Fremont MOO 2-1. 0-1 pitch upstairs for a ball. Sundquist trying to work his first 1-2-3 inning, even though he has faced the minimum the first 2 frames today. Sundquist out of the stretch. And the pitch. Low for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. No game tomorrow for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, by the way. And although it's weird that you're not playing Father's Day, because what's better than taking your son to the ball game? But not going to work out, but these two teams will play a single game Monday as the pitch is taken upstairs. And back to the screen, 3-1 the count now on Dylan Brandenburg for the Fremont MOO. Hastings getting a run on 2 hits in the first. That's the difference in this one. The RBI single from Sawyer Duddleston, scoring Josh Printer, who was hit by a pitch. Advanced on a wild pitch and scored. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at one that would have been ball 4 up in the eyes of Dylan Brandenburg. It's 3-2. 1-0 Hastings here in inning number 2. As Jude Sundquist trying to work his way through a scoreless third. Comes set, the South Dakota State product, brings it over, and this is low for a ball. Sodbuster fans would beg to differ, but it's a 2-out walk, and if Sundquist is going to keep that string of facing the minimum going, he needs to pick that guy off first or see him caught stealing or something. We'll see how it goes, but you'll be happy just to put another 0 on the board. Miles Meadows popped up to the shortstop his first time up. He stands in the right-handed box, trying to keep this inning going. Back to the top of the order for the Fremont MOO. And the pitch. Beauty. Right across for strike 1. Curveball. No balls and a strike. The second walk issued by Sundquist to go along with a couple of strikeouts. Jude Sundquist, right-hander. The Minnesotan brings it high and tight, and ducking out of the way of that one, Miles Meadow. You don't want to take a 90-mile-an-hour fastball in the helmet. Sometimes that 75-mile-an-hour curve, which catches you on the backside, or just takes your jersey, yeah, you'll take that, but I'm ducking out of the way as well. Miles Meadows standing in, trying to keep this inning going for the Fremont MOO. Sodbusters won the opener 3-1. Runner goes on the delayed steal. Pitch is going to be called for a strike, and no throw down. It just looked like that Massar never got a clean handle on it, and with the jump that Brandenburg got, there was really going to be no chance to catch Dylan Brandenburg, as he is now 2 for 3 in stolen bases for the year, and now he's in scoring position. So this turns into a little more of a pressure-filled situation for Jude Sundquist on a 1-2 pitch. It's popped up. Short center field. Alexiel Delgado waves everyone off, and the center fielder for the Hastings Sodbusters makes easy work of Miles Meadows, and Fremont zeros on the board. through 3 innings. No runs, no hits, 1 man left, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's still 1-0 Hastings. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters Baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate wood bat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Pair of 7-inning games in this doubleheader, and the Hastings Sodbusters trying for the sweep. They won the first one 3-1. Another well-pitched game going on right here. 1-0 in the 3rd. Sodbusters going to be batting the top of the order with Vega, Printer, and Duddleston. Trying to really get something going against Reese Cordham. They put pressure on him each of the first 2 innings. He's had 35 pressure-packed pitches, allowing just 1 run on 2 hits. He's walked 2, and he has struck out 1 the first time through the order. Sodbusters lost 2 guys on the base paths back at the first. 2 caught stealings. That may make them slow down their run game just a bit. Cooper Fucino able to get 2 Sodbusters after Hastings pretty much ran at will in the first game against Bridger Coleman. Here's Reese Cordham. Pitch taken for a strike, no balls and a strike. And you don't put all that on the catcher. You also give the pitcher a little credit. The Sodbusters facing a left-hander, which sometimes can be a little tougher to maybe get a better lead on. 0-1 pitch on the way. Bouncing ball foul. It's quickly 2 strikes. On the leadoff man, Drew Vega continued his hot streak. A single in the first inning, but was caught stealing with 1 for 3 in the first game with a run scored as Vega, batting a lot in the leadoff spot, went 8 for 25 of the 8-game road trip that's included stops in South Dakota and Wyoming. They started in Casper, lost 3 straight. Thinking, man, this could be a really tough trip, but bounced back to sweep Oahe and earn a split with Spearfish. 0-2 pitch, way outside. It's 1-2 on Drew Vega. Great to see these guys who maybe didn't get a chance to play in the spring get some regular bats, and Vega's certainly one of those, and he's been dynamite at second base as well. 1-2 pitch. Hard hit, ball center field, base hit. No chance there for Trey Brooks to grab it. And 2 for 2 for Drew Vega for the Hastings Sodbusters. Josh Printer hit by a pitch and scored the lone run for Hastings. To see how the Sodbusters play it. Vega, good speed, but he was caught stealing the first time. Do you think about bunting right here? Third baseman thinks so, so he takes a step inside the bag. Brandenburg. Printer's taking high and outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Another of the excellent arms of this Fremont guy for the Fremont team, and a team ERA of 2.59 coming into today. It's Reese Cordham, a lefty, and brings the pitch outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes on Josh Printer. Josh in the first game going 0 for 3. Pitch way outside, and now Cordham has to bring it or have first and second and nobody out, with Duddleston, Jensen, and Sato trying to deliver runs. 1-0, Hastings on top. The pitch. Ball 4. Josh Printer draws a walk. Vega will advance to second, and here comes Sawyer Duddleston. Duddleston with an RBI single. He scored a run back at the first game with 1 for 2, and we'll see a visit to the mound here from the head coach, Connor McGonigal. McGonigal, a graduate of the University of Sioux Falls. He was an Omaha Burke guy. Ben Asher, the associate head coach. So we'll see how the Sodbusters play it now with Sawyer Duddleston, a guy who's been the most consistent hitter for Hastings this year. 447 coming into today, leads the team in runs scored, in walks, in being hit by a pitch, and he has added to that total today Sawyer Duddleston, Springdale, Arkansas native, business major, hit .366 in the summer of 2022 and was a fan favorite for that Hastings team. Went elsewhere a year ago and actually called Scott Galusha saying, can I come back and play? Had so much more fun playing in Hastings, and Scott said, you bet. Actually, the conversation, we'll have to ask Sawyer about it, because Scott jokingly says, I don't think he was joking, yeah, you can come and play as long as you don't suck. Because Sawyer really struggled in the spring. So maybe it's a healing process for him to get back to swinging the bat like he knows he can. And he's ahead in the count here, 2 balls and no strikes. It really just seems to be seeing the ball very well. Love to see that translate to a solid final year at Arkansas Tech. 2-0 pitch right there for strike 1, 2-1 on Sawyer Duddleston for the Hastings Sodbusters. His nickname is Goose, and it's funny. I mean, if you know the old Top Gun movie, these kids probably don't know what Top Gun is, but my wife, I showed him a picture of Sawyer Duddleston and said, who does he look like? Oh, Goose from Top Gun. Didn't know anything about Sawyer Duddleston, but that's exactly where he got his nickname. 2-1 the count. Throw back to second, and Vega not going anywhere. And the pitch. Beauty. Curveball right on the outside corner, 2-2, and Sawyer Duddleston has to battle. If nothing else, move the base runners forward. No outs. Runners at first and second of the Sodbusters trying to add to a 1-0 lead. Fremont thinking about turning 2. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And that's why baseball, even when you're hitting 500, you're not going to get on every time. And a good job, a nice pitch sequence for Reese Cordham. And he gets his second strikeout of the day. And here's Cale Jensen. Jensen, a strikeout victim, his first time up as the Sodbusters ended that first inning on a strike him out, throw him out. Jensen struck out, and Duddleston was thrown out, caught stealing. Jensen watches this one go by for strike 1 as after the single and the walk, the visit to the mound, and Cordham has really locked it in since then. The lefty comes set and working quickly as well. 0-1 delivery on the way. Swing and a miss. Quickly 2 strikes on Cale Jensen, who's seemingly having a tough time seeing it out of the hand of Reese Cordham. Coming in today, Cordham the real deal, 2.33 ERA, 9 strikeouts, no walks. 0-2 pitch. Jensen stays alive. Still 0-2, so that walk to Printer, the walk to Tyler Welch, the walk to Nathan Massar, and a hit batsman. He's been so good control this summer, but already giving up 4 free passes in the first 3 innings today. Sodbusters trying to make them pay for some of those. 0-2 pitch on the way. Bouncing ball right side, second baseman charges, has got it, throws to first in time, and Hastings does not score. Yet. There's 2 outs in the inning. 4-3 on the putout. And Yamato Sato trying to salvage this inning. The runners do advance as Vega goes to third, Josh Printer to second, but this is just a part of the lineup you'd like to be in with Duddleston, Jensen, and those guys are able to advance the runners and nothing more. And it'll be up to Yamato Sato if the Sodbusters are going to continue this inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike on the Japanese player. It's really neat to see the international flavor. You've got the Panama product, guy from the Netherlands, and Japan. 0-1 delivery. Just misses. 1 ball and 1 strike on Yamato Sato. Scuffled at the plate this year. Just 0.87. Does have an RBI and 4 runs scored. Did score a run against Spearfish in that 10-9 wild win. Swings at one that was not in the strike zone. He shakes his head back and forth. You're going to see him smiling a lot, but he'll not be smiling now after that particular swing on what would have been ball 2. Put it in play and see what happens. Cordham trying to get out of this with no damage done. 1-2 delivery. It's in the dirt. Good stop. Saving a run there is Cooper Fucino, the backstop who has been really the difference in this second game, throwing out 2 base runners and keeping a run off the board right there. 2-2 on Sato. Reese Cordham trying to end this third inning and keep his team within 1. Line drive, right side, fair ball. 1 run scores. Here comes the second run home. And Yamato Sato, salute. 2-run single for Sato. That'll get you out of a slump in a hurry. Big 2-out hit, picking up his teammates right there. Just went with the pitch, kept it fair, and the Sodbusters take a 3-0 lead. Neat moment. I'll bet he's smiling again now. Scott Galusha talks about Yamato. You go down and you look for the guy with the big smile on his face. That's most of the time Yamato Sato. Pitch inside, nearly got a piece of Ryan Jarvis, who popped up to third his first time up after he was perfect in the first game today. 3 for 3. 3-0. Sodbusters on top. We're in the third, and the pitch down low. And for Reese Cordham, probably deserves better. Made a really good pitch sequence to Sato, but not rewarded as Sato able to get enough of it and got it into right field for a base hit. And 2 runs come across. Pitch misses. Jarvis ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. A single and a walk to set the foundation, and then a 2-run single from Sato. He's got a pretty decent lead over at first, not going anywhere as the pitch is inside for ball 4. So Cordham, who had not walked a man in 9 innings, now has walked 2 this inning. He has walked 4 in the game and also hit 1, and that would have been on ball 4, so he could conceivably had 5 walks in the game. Now Tyler Welch trying to keep it going and really make it hurt. Runners at first and second. Pitch to Welch. Misses. 1 ball and no strikes on Tyler Welch. 3-0. Sodbusters on top. Reese Cordham also seeing that pitch count mount 61 in the game so far. 1-0 delivery. Welch watches the strike go by. It's 1-1. 7th man to bat in the inning. 2 have scored. The leadoff single from Vega. Josh Printer draws the walk. Both of those guys coming in on the 2-out hit from Yamato Sato. 1-1 delivery. Outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Tyler Welch. Sodbusters winning the opener. Game which took about an hour and a half. Tremendous pitching in that one, as Jack Kruger picked up the win. The Sodbusters winning 3-1. It's 3-0 now. Another 7-inning game. And Jude Sundquist off to a good start, as it's South Dakota State night, if you will. The Jacks very well represented on the mound. 3-1 the count now. A danger of another walk here from Cordham, who could be nearing the end of his day if he cannot get one across here. And Welch takes strike 2. Remember, it was Welch that kind of got the feel of this game turned around. The Sodbusters had 2 pitches and 2 outs in that second inning. Welch drew a walk, and then Massar drew a walk to at least force the pitch count up. And pitch is missing for ball 4. So good at bat for Welch. He's been aboard twice. The 3rd walk of the inning, and will they let Reese Cordham face Nathan Massar? It's going to be a visit to the mound here from the catcher. No movement yet coming from the coach. Looks like there is action down the right side. It's really tough to pick up the Fremont bullpen, and the call to the bullpen has been made. We'll take a break. Sodbusters lead it by a score of 3-0, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. Now, my job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil, tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris, plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
New pitcher for the Fremont Moves. They've gone to the pen here with Ryan Semin. Semin out of the Colorado School of Mines, the Ore Diggers, a Lincoln Southwest product. And you have to be smart to go to the Colorado School of Mines. As Semin, I just had to mention his major. It is, of course, quantitative biosciences and engineering. Woo! Man, that is, I don't know if he's going to be a baseball player, but if you can get your degree in quantitative biosciences and engineering, you figure you can probably set your own salary somewhere. He comes into today's game 0-1 with a save, a 7.0 ERA, making his third appearance in 2 innings. He's allowed 3 runs, 2 of those earned, and he hasn't struck out anybody. He has walked 2. That's one of the real misnomers for this Fremont team. A guy who has walked more than he struck out is coming into today. Fremont, an eye-popping 170 strikeouts in their pitchers and just 60 walks. Not the case for Reese Cordum, as he goes 2 2/3 innings, walks 4, hits 1, and strikes out only 2. 68 pitches thrown, and just 36 of them were strikes. A really tough day for Cordum, but he's still a part of this game, at least in terms of his team. 3-0. As Sodbusters could really make it hurt, however, if they could get a big 2-out hit from Nathan Massar. They already have a 2-run single from Yamato Sato with 2 outs. So now can they keep it going? Here's the pitch. Missing for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Massar, who walked his first time up. Massar followed Welch's walk with 1 of his own back in the second, and that kind of got Cordum off track, and he just never really found the rhythm here in the third. Pitch is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike on Nathan Massar. Alexio Delgado hoping to get an at-bat next. Bottom of the third, 2 runs home. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. And the pitch. Massar fouls it away. 1 ball and 1 strike on Nathan Massar. Make it 1-2 now on Massar for the Hastings Sodbusters. Saginaw Valley State product. He is from Midland, Michigan. Listed as a relief pitcher, but can do a little bit of everything. 1-2 pitch on the way. In the dirt, good stop for Focino. He has stopped more than 1 with a runner at third, keeping a runner off the board. It's 2-2 with 2 outs and 2 home for the Hastings Sodbusters. They lead it by a score of 3-0. The pitch from Semin. Line drive, left field, base hit. 1 run will score, and the Sodbusters will hold them up as a good throw comes in from the left fielder, Dean Reynolds. But Nathan Massar moves the train. RBI single for the number 8 hitter. That will get Sato home. Jarvis ends up at third, Welch at second, and here's Alexio Delgado, the 9th man to bat in the inning. 3 have scored so far, and the Sodbusters lead it 4-0. Delgado popped to the shortstop his first time up. Stands in, takes Lowen in the dirt, and another good stop for Focino. Keeping a run off the board, it's 1 ball and no strikes. Cooper Focino's been a wall back behind home plate. Focino, Creighton recruit, has done a really good job throwing out base runners and keeping runners from scoring, and there's another win in the dirt. 2-0 the count on Alexio Delgado with no place to put him. Delgado, the Carolina University Bruin, Division I program, which went 20-26-1 in the spring. Trying to keep this long third inning going. 3-0. Likely the take sign for the number 9 hitter. Delgado raising his average 40 points with a couple of hits in the first game today to 190 before that pop to the shortstop back in inning number 2. We're in the third. Sodbusters really trying to put a dent in this one. Delgado takes ball 4. Bases loaded walk, RBI for Delgado. Ryan Jarvis scores. Welch moves to third. Massar to second, and Semin has not retired either of the batters he's faced, and now he has to go back to the top of the order for Drew Vega. And all Vega's done in this game is go 2 for 2 with a run score. He started this inning with that single. Can he keep it going? 5-0, Hastings on top. The pitch. Curveball beauty. 1 strike on Drew Vega. Another of the many Arkansas products on this team. He's another Arkansas Tech Wonder Boy, one of the coolest mascots in the country. 0-1 delivery. Another good curveball right on the outside corner. Vega going to have to battle here. Bases are full of Sodbusters. 4 have scored so Here's the 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. So after a single and a bases-loaded walk, Semin able to strike out Vega, and that will do it. But the Hastings Sodbusters do put 4 on the board, and they lead it by a score of 5-0. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hi, I'm a baseball umpire. My job can get pretty stressful. I have to keep my eyes open at all times, and if I don't make the right call, people boo me. So to relax, I visit a Nebraska lottery retailer like this one and buy some scratch tickets. It always calms me down. Hey, you cut in line.
I did not.
All right, you're out of here.
Hey, he didn't cut.
All right, you're out of here. I feel better already.
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. Sodbusters lead this one by a score of 5-0, a 4-1 third, opening things up as the Sodbusters had 4 runs on 3 hits, taking advantage of a bunch of free passes. The day is closed for Ryan Cordova, who goes 2 2/3 innings. He ends up allowing 5 runs, and he allows just 4 hits, but 5 walks on the day to go along with 2 strikeouts. He also hit a man and ended up throwing 67 pitches for his day. Semin came in to finish it off, that inning anyway, and he ended up walking 1, striking out 1, and allowing the hit to keep the inning going. And meanwhile, it's Jude Sundquist. He has faced just 1 over the minimum as we head to the 4th. Sodbusters the 5-run lead, and we are at the midpoint of this one. We're almost at the midpoint, a 7-inning contest once we get through the top half here. And we'll see Trey Brooks step to the plate. The center fielder who singled his first time up, tried to stretch it into a double, was gunned down by Sawyer Duddleston. Taking ball 1 ball and no strikes on Trey Brooks. Brooks, another of the many newcomers since we saw this Fremont team earlier. 292, he's out of San Jose State, out of Encino, California, and takes the pitch for ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes on Trey Brooks. 4 runs batted in, 4 runs scored, and a stolen base in 8 games for the Fremont MOO. 2-0 delivery on the way. Right there for strike 1, 2-1 on Trey Brooks. Sodbusters trying to stretch their winning streak to 3. Won the final game of that series, a 2-game set at Spearfish, a wild 10-9 game on Thursday. Trying to sweep a doubleheader here today. Off tomorrow, then Fremont again coming back on Monday. Pitch fouled away. Goes to 2-2. Then the Sodbusters get their first look at the Plainsmen, former North Platte Plainsmen. They're just a traveling team this year, playing all road games. Hopefully get them back in the league for real next year. But much like the Nebraska Prospects, just trying to fill a schedule here. Pitch swung on and missed. So Sundquist falls behind, then comes back with 3 straight strikes, and Brooks is down. The 3rd K for Sundquist, who's been in command in this one after his college teammate Jack Kruger dominated the first contest to go to 3-0 on the year. A third of the Sodbusters' 9 wins in the column of Jack Kruger. And got Sundquist on the hill here today. He is looking for his 2nd Sodbuster win. Pitch taken for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Cooper Fuccino. Has been really solid behind home plate. Was a strikeout victim his first time up in the first inning. 1-0 delivery on the way. Curveball swung on and missed. And Fuccino steps back in quickly. Sundquist doesn't waste a lot of time as he takes a look in at his catcher, Nathan Massar, and brings the pitch home. Bottom fell out of that one. Fuccino couldn't lay off. He's down to the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes, and Sundquist looking to be settling in nicely. It looks like there is action behind him, however. The Sodbusters have a right-hander throwing. 1-2 pitch on the way. It's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch count you wouldn't think would be much of a concern. Just 34 coming into this frame for Sundquist. He's up to 42 now. And if you get through today, just a couple of pitchers used, man, you set the foundation for a very good week of using pretty much whoever you want to. 2-2 pitch. High chopper on the right side. It's fielded, stepped on the bag. Call it a fair ball. Ryan Jarvis makes the play. I don't know if the first base coach, Ben Asher, is too pleased with that, thinking that that was a foul as he takes his helmet off, points over to the line, saying Jarvis was way outside the line when he fielded, but if it goes over the first base bag, it is a fair ball, and it was ruled a fair ball, and the Sodbusters will take it 2 up, 2 down. And here comes Connor Peterson, who went 1 for 3 with an RBI his first game today, and he takes this pitch inside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Peterson struck out his first time up. And Peterson has scuffled at the plate this year since joining the squad. Was 0 for 17 before an RBI double back in the first game. 1-0 delivery is taken high and tight. Like I say, it's not an offense which early in the year has scared you from the Fremont MOO, and there have been years where, oh my goodness, they have just been an unbelievable offensive team. But just 240 batting average coming into today, and that will drop a bit with just 4 hits in the first game today. Pitch across for a strike. 2 Connor Peterson. 2-1 the count. Feel like Sodbusters match up with Fremont a bit better this year. Hastings certainly deeper in the pitching staff. Offense has kind of been hit and miss. Coming into today, a team batting average of .239. But they've manufactured some runs and like to run the bases a little more speed this year. 3-1 pitch on the way. Sundquist gets this one in there for strike 2. 3-2 on Peterson as the Sodbusters trying to set him down in order in the 4th. Connor Peterson stepping in. And the right-hander Sundquist looking to retire Fremont in the 4th. The delivery. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. It's going to be chased down. The tag applied. Good job there for Massar to get the job done. And nothing happening for Fremont. A 0 on the board here in the 4th. We head to the bottom half. It's still Hastings 5, Fremont nothing, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC. It's one of the many ways Jerry and Greg Spady, along with their families and employees, have proudly embraced a passion for giving back to the community. The folks at Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC realize the importance of enriching and improving the lives of their neighbors. They've accomplished this through philanthropy and active personal involvement. Featuring the top new and used inventory in the region and a certified service department, Jerry Spady Chevrolet GMC, 2750 Osborne Drive East in Hastings, or at spady.com. Steve Stein, Mason Henricks, our producer today of Sodbuster Baseball. Hastings on top by a score of 5-0, as Hastings scoring 4 runs in the 3rd to seemingly break it open. So you've got man coming out for his first full inning of work, Ryan Semin. Semin faced 3 batters after coming in place of Reese Cordham. Allowed an RBI single, a bases-loaded walk, but then was able to struck out Drew Vega. And the Sodbusters will have Printer, Duddleston, and Jensen 2, 3, and 4 here, trying to add on to a 5-0 lead and make it even more comfortable for Jude Sundquist. No action in the Hastings bullpen now, so you think it's going to be Sundquist's game certainly into the 5th, just a 7-inning game. Sodbusters getting a complete game victory from Jack Kruger in the opener. Pitch is missing for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike on Josh Printer. Printer scored twice, hit by a pitch and walked in this contest after going 0 for 3 in the opener. Watches it go by, and it's a little bit low. Count now is officially 2 balls and a strike on Josh Printer. Printer scored on the RBI single from Duddleston back in the first. Takes this pitch inside for ball 3. Last inning, big 2-out single from Yamato Sato, allowing Printer to get home, and then the Hastings Sodbusters would add a couple more to cap a 4-run inning, and Printer earns the walk here to open this frame. So Josh Printer aboard for the 3rd time. It's Sawyer Duddleston has an RBI single to his credit. He also struck out. And we'll step into the right-handed box here. We'll see how Hastings plays it. Good speed with Printer, but do they test Fucino, who's also already thrown out 2. Semin gets this one to drop in for strike 1. No balls and a strike on Sawyer Duddleston. 1 for 2 with a run scored in the opener. Leads the team in most offensive categories. 0-1 delivery. Rifled down the left field line. If that's fair, that is trouble. It is just foul. Joel Skipper comes running down the third base line thinking, man, double, triple, got a run scored here, but certainly foul by a few feet. Joel Skipper, I love his enthusiasm, his positivity. I just like the heck out of Joel Skipper, the head man for the Hastings Sodbusters, also the head coach for Hastings College. You would think that he is the kind of guy you would want your kid to play for. Just a tremendous character guy, and perfect demeanor here for the summertime Hastings Sodbusters. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Sawyer Duddleston is down on strikes for the 2nd straight inning. So a walk and a strikeout here in the 4th. And that will bring to the plate Cale Jensen. Jensen grounded out his last time up. It was an important at-bat. They at least were able to advance the runners on the ground out to set the stage for Sato. Runner goes, bouncing ball back up the middle. Pitcher's got it. The throw to first in time, and Printer will go all the way first to third on the play, and Printer safe, able to hold the bag, nearly slid by. Great aggressive play there for Josh Printer. So Jensen's out. It was a little hit-and-run action, and Jensen just put the ball in play, and with the scope of that ball, Printer realized nobody was going to be covering third, so he hustled all the way to third. The throw was not in time, and Printer nearly slid by. Here comes Yamato Sato, who had one of the largest hits, maybe the largest hit of this game, because it got Hastings going with a big crooked number. Comes up with the 2-out, 2-run single, and then the Hastings Sodbusters would follow that with a couple of walks, another RBI single, and a bases-loaded walk to get 2 more and really open this game up. Pitch misses. Yamato Sato stands in there. 1-1 the count on Sato. He's 1 for 2 with 2 runs batted in and a run scored. 5-0 Sodbusters here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch misses. Sato trying to work his way on. The count is actually 3 balls and no strikes on Yamato Sato. The Hastings Sodbusters with Josh Printer down at third. No, they've corrected it. It is 2-1. That's what it's been tough for me on the counts today as well. I apologize. And the 2-1 delivery. Bottom drops out of that one and just misses. 3-1 the count on Sato. Grounded to the shortstop his first time up, and then lined one down the right field line that just stayed fair and brought home a pair. Bounces this one to the left side. The third baseman's got it. The set, the throw in time. Well played by Dylan Brandenburg, and the Sodbusters go quietly here in the 4th. No runs, no hits, 1 man left, and we head to the 5th. It's 5-0 Sodbusters. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil, tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris, plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
Out of the fifth inning, Jude Sundquist back out there, and why wouldn't he be? 50 pitches thrown for him, no runs, just one hit. He has struck out 4, he's walked 2, faced the minimum each of the first 2 innings, and set him down 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. So he has been rock solid, still facing just 1 over the minimum here in inning number 5, as he'll face Coleman, Reynolds, and Bonner. Coleman steps in, went 1 for 3 in the opener, and he walked his first time up against Sundquist. The pitch, missing for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Coleman. He walked but was eliminated on a 6-4-3 double play. Really nicely played by Printer, Vega, and Jarvis. High and tight, ducks out of the way. 2-0 on Brady Coleman. I should say Bridger Coleman. Out of Allen Hancock Community College, the Bulldogs went 22-20 in the spring. Californian. Line drive foul. 2-1 on Bridger Coleman. Coleman the backstop for Fremont in the first game. Hit .248 for his college in the spring. .293 in the summer with a team best 11 runs batted in coming into today. And had a 3-hit contest against the Hastings Sodbusters in the season opener for Hastings. It was Game 5 for Fremont as they made a trip to Oahe up in Pierre and played 4 games before they played at Hastings. Most of the games this year between these two teams will be played in Hastings. Sodbusters don't have to make many trips, just 3 to Fremont this year. 3-1 pitch on the way. Hard hit ball into left field for a base hit. Leadoff single from Bridger Coleman. He's aboard for the second time in this game. 1 on, nobody out for Dean Reynolds. Reynolds, the victim of that aforementioned 6-4-3 twin killing. One of the 3 Columbia University players on this Fremont team. He's out of Orange, Texas, and has scuffled in the early going. Now just 1 for 25 after that double play ball last time up. Takes ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Dean Reynolds. He's the beer batter this game, as Sodbuster fans hoping for a beer special if he strikes out. It was the first time this season that the Sodbusters did not have a successful beer batter in the first game of this doubleheader. Yes, we're keeping track of that this year. Salute to our dude, Ryan Valente, who's not with us today. Here's a fly ball. That's going to be an out, so no beer. But more importantly, that's an out. Center fielder Alexiel Delgado makes the play, and Reynolds is out. 1 on, 1 out for Isaac Bonner, who steps in. Bonner 0 for 1 of the first game. And he grounded out his first time up to second baseman Drew Vega on a really pretty play from Vega. Vega had to charge to his left, then the ball took a really weird hop. Vega fielded with his glove and in one motion flipped to the first baseman Jarvis to get the out. Pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. A little bit of action in the Hastings bullpen, but just kind of cursory action here the way Sundquist has been going. Out of the stretch, the pitch. Whoa, got it way away, and that all the way back to the backstop, and on to second base will go Coleman. He's been around the zone for the most part, but that was one of those oops balls, and Sundquist gets the ball back here. Our right-handers playing catch over in the Hastings bullpen. Sodbusters lead this one 5-0. It's getting late because we are playing the 5th inning of a 7-inning game. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. It scoots out in front of home plate, and Massard did a good job of keeping that one in front. 2-1 the count. Last year, the Sodbusters, the victim of so many one-run losses against this team. They went 1-10 against Fremont, 5 one-run losses. And a few of those Sodbusters had big leads in, so it's been nice to see more normalcy return this year. As Sodbusters lost 6-1 earlier this year, but tremendous pitching, getting the complete game from Jack Kruger to win the first contest 3-1, and ahead 5-0 here in the second. There were times a year ago no lead felt safe, and literally Hastings had a huge lead against Fremont in one of the contests and lost 10-9. Just could not find a way to beat Fremont. You figure if they're going to move up in the Independence League standings, they have to do better against this team because they play them a lot. Geographically, it just makes sense. But if you just play 500 ball against Fremont, you're going to be in the thick of things. Casper may be the team to beat this year. They're certainly the team to beat in the first half. They have a 2-game lead on both Hastings and Fremont. Hastings jumping in front of Fremont statistically with that Game 1 win. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 3-2, and Fremont's going to have a chance to really control their own destiny. They get a chance at Casper for a couple of games. And of course, they play Hastings as well during this final week of the first half. Hastings has no chance at Casper, just going to have to take care of business at home and hope that Casper loses a few. Here's the pitch. Misses for ball 4. And now it gets a little dicier. 2 on, 1 out, the best threat of the day for the Fremont MOO here in game number 2, and we'll see Joel Skipper come out and visit with his right-hander. Here's Sundquist nearing the end of the day. Pitch count, you would think he's still in pretty good shape. 63 pitches, 35 of them strikes. He does walk his third to go along with the 4 Ks. The entire infield also meeting out there, so important point in this game. Find a way to get a 0 on the board here. You're just 6 outs away from victory. Fremont puts a crooked number on the board, and they are right back in it with still 2 innings with which to work. 5-0, a 4 spot in the third, opening things up. And all of those runs scoring with 2 outs. It began with the Yamato Sato 2-run single. Then an RBI single from Nathan Massar. A bases-loaded walk to Alexiel Delgado. And now Fremont batting their number 8 and 9 hitters here with 2 on and 1 out. And Snyder stepped to the plate. Hunter Snyder batting in the left-handed box. He's the shortstop for the Fremont MOO. And that pitch misses. 1 ball and no strikes on Snyder. Hunter Snyder, another of the Columbia University dudes, and he has also scuffled 2 hits and 22 at-bats. Guy you want to throw strikes at. 1-0 delivery. Upstairs ball 2, 2-0 the count. Now let's see if you can get one over. As more working in earnest over for the Hastings bullpen, a right-hander is warming. Try to catch a number on that. Pick play back to second. Nothing happening as they're able to get Coleman back in as Printer did not apply the tag. 5 runs, 5 hits for Hastings. No runs, just 2 hits for Fremont. But they have one of those hits this inning and go along with a walk, and Sundquist really needs to throw strikes right here. 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Here at Duncan Field, maybe more than any other, important to throw strikes and not allow the free passes, because you're going to have to hit it a mile to get it out of here. 408 to straightaway center, the wind blowing dead in. This playing about 500 feet today. 2-1 delivery on the way. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Good comeback for Sundquist. Can he finish the deal against Snyder and then get out Brandenburg to end the inning and keep this shutout going? Sodbusters won the opener 3-1, allowing only 1 unearned run, and more great pitching here for Sundquist and good defense for this Hastings team in the nightcap. Sundquist to check of the runners, and the pitch. Foul back. Decent swing there for Snyder's. He stays alive. 2-2 on Hunter Snyder. from St. John, Indiana. Of course, Columbia University, another one of those Ivy League schools, they get folks from all over. And you've got a Texan and an Indianan who go to Columbia on this Fremont MOO roster. They've had a little bit of a pipeline to Columbia over the last few years. 2-2 pitch from Sundquist. High for ball 3, 3-2. Big pitch coming up in the course of this one. Sundquist fell behind 2-0, battled back with 2 strikes. Foul ball off the bat of Snyder. Now Sundquist will have a payoff pitch coming. Could be coming to the end of the line if he can't get Snyder. Sundquist out of the stretch. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Snyder didn't think so, and that is a large strikeout as Snyder takes a long look at the home plate umpire. Jack and Tucker McHugh are the umpires today. So a big strikeout, the 5th of the game for Sundquist, and he remains in the contest to see if he can take care of the number 9 hitter Brandenburg and keep this game a 5-0 contest. As we'll see the head coach come down the line and visit with the home plate umpire. There have been some issues. Connor McGonigal visiting. I know Ben Asher was displeased with the call at first. $5-0. The score, the Hastings Sodbusters on top. A large called strike 3, and it appeared to be the right call from here. Dylan Brandenburg bats now. He walked his last time up, stole the base. And Sundquist trying to complete this 5th with another 0 on the board. The pitch. Inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Brandenburg. Dylan Brandenburg seeing his first action of the day for the Fremont MOO. Didn't play in the opening game. Brandenburg out of San Carlos, California, the Skyline College Trojans he played for. They went 30-14 in the spring. 1-0 delivery on the way, and this with a bouncer to the left side. It's going to be fielded by Welch. Sets, throws, in time. Sundquist has him scoreless through 5. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's Hastings 5, Fremont nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Core CPAs is your locally owned, full-service accounting firm. Our team of professionals have years of accounting experience and focus on building in-depth relationships with our clients. Our comprehensive and customized solutions are tailored to your specific needs. We pride ourselves in our commitment to integrity, objectivity, and professionalism. At Core CPAs, we provide tax services, payroll, bookkeeping, assurance and financial reporting, and much more. Visit our website at corecpas.us.
It is Sodbuster Baseball heading to the bottom half of the 5th inning as Hastings will have Ryan Jarvis, Tyler Welch, and Nathan Massar to bat against Ryan Semin. Semin working an inning and 2/3, allowing no runs on 1 hit. He struck out 2, he's walked 1, has thrown 26 pitches. We'll see what Jarvis can get done. Jarvis, a big first game today, went 3 for 3 in that 3-1 victory, knocked in 1. He's 0 for 1 of this contest with a walk and a run scored. He kept the line moving with that walk in the 3rd. That was followed by a Tyler Welch walk. That ended the day for the starter, Reese Cordham. And then the Sodbusters getting a single and a walk from the 8 and 9 hitters to put the finishing touches on a 4-run 3rd. They now lead it by a score of 5-0. Stepping into the left-handed box will be Ryan Jarvis. The right-handed pitcher, Ryan Semin, is set to go. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes on Ryan Jarvis. Jarvis playing for that outstanding Saginaw Valley State Cardinal squad, which is an NCAA Division II team and made it all the way to the Super Regionals. A couple of one-run losses for them in Super Regional play. Bouncing ball left side. Third baseman's got it. On the money with the throw. That is Dylan Brandenburg, and Jarvis a quick out here in the 5th. Tyler Welch will bat now for Hastings. Had limited at bats, but has done a nice job when he's been given his opportunities. 4 for 10 coming into this game in 3 games played. Also has an appearance on the mound. Tyler Welch, a .250 hitter a year ago for the Hastings Sodbusters in 12 games. And Welch, a Hastings College product, has been to bat twice and walked both times. So he's had a really good eye. Takes strike 1 here from Ryan Semmett. Semmett out of Colorado School of Mines, one of the prettier campuses in the country, right in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains in Golden, Colorado. What is now suburban Denver. I think Golden kind of used to be out away from Denver, but it's all one big city in the Front Range now. 1-1 delivery. Right there for strike 2, 1-2 the count on Tyler Welch. 1 out, nobody on. Sodbuster lead at 5-0. 1 in the first, 4 in the third. The Sodbusters have had the lead in every home game this year. They've scored first in every home game. 1-2 pitch. Welch able to check his swing, and it's in the turf for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As this Hastings squad trying to go to 6-1 at home. They're 4-4 on the road. All of those games coming in that recent road trip to Wyoming and South Dakota. 2-2 pitch. Hit pretty well to center field, carrying but on the run and making the play is Trey Brooks. So Tyler Welch gives it a ride, but he's out. Nathan Massar will come to the plate now. One of the big hits in the game as part of that 4-run third. Nathan Massar with the RBI single with 2 outs. That followed up Yamato Sato's 2-run single, which got that inning going for real. And then those 2 tack-on runs giving Hastings a 5-0 lead. There's still action behind Sundquist. Is this the end of the day for Jude? Bouncing ball, third baseman Brandenburg's got it again. And the Sodbusters very quiet here in the 5th as they go down 1, 2, 3. We head to the 6th. It's still Hastings 5, Fremont 0, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Let's face it, we move our bodies around a lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Make your next pit stop at the Coach's Corner. A friendly staff and a deep lineup of snacks. You can find Coach's Corner in North Hastings on Osborne Drive East. More than just a gas station, Coach's Corner is the place to get delicious pizza made fresh for you and your family. Don't take our word for it. It's so good it'll be featured at selected Sodbuster home games this season. For a convenient and clean experience, be sure to check out the new convenience store in North Hastings, Coach's Corner. The Hastings Sodbusters will go to the bullpen as we get a chance to see a brand new dude. He is Michael Hanna, just joining the team for this homestand. He's out of Highlands Community College in Kansas, the Scotties. He's from Belle Chase, Louisiana, and has now committed to Hastings College, so getting an opportunity to play on what will be his home college field. In the spring, 0-0, 6 1/3 innings pitched, striking out 7, he walked 19. So the control has been an issue for Michael Hanna, but he comes in a non-pressure situation, if you will, just trying to eat up a couple of innings here and put the finishing touches on a victory as a 5-run cushion, and he'll face the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Gets a chance to start with a clean inning, so try to get those nerves out of the way, throw strikes, let your defense do the job. And a tip of the hat to Jude Sundquist. 5 innings, no runs, just 2 hits allowed. And Jude Sundquist ends his day with 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. Throws a very efficient 72 pitches for the Hastings Sodbusters, and what a day for South Dakota State Jackrabbits here. Jack Kruger, complete game in the first. Sundquist in line to pick up the win in the second. As Jackrabbit Central here, you've already got Kruger with 3 wins. Sundquist trying to pick up his second win. That would be half of the Sodbuster victories if the Sodbusters can get the final 6 outs here. They would go to 10-5. They would certainly take the lead on Fremont for second place in the Independence League and hoping to chase down Casper. Casper and Owyhee battling it out today. We'll get a score on that before it's all said and done. But first things first, it is going to be an opportunity to see the Fremont MOO as they try to make a comeback against this Hastings Sodbuster team. First pitch is popped up. This is Miles Meadows, top of the order, as Brandenburg was out to end last inning, and Miles Meadows, first pitch swinging, pops it up to Josh Printer, the shortstop. So top of the order here, not 9, 1, and 2. And now it's going to be Trey Brooks coming to the plate. Brooks singled his first time up. He struck out in the fourth, 1 for 2. He was raced on the bases after that single was thrown out by right fielder Sawyer Duddleston trying to make it to second base. Duddleston with a cannon made it look pretty easy. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. So great to come in. You get your first pitch across and it's an out. Hopefully that will just set the foundation for what can be a fun outing here for Michael Hanna, getting his first Hastings Sodbuster appearance. 1-0 delivery. And misses for ball 2. And like I said, summer ball, you arrive, you play. That's kind of the way it works. Cale Jensen just joining the team, the player from last year, Central City, his home high school, and joined the team and is in the lineup today. Both games, matter of fact, pitch taken upstairs. 2-0 the count on Trey Brooks. And immediate benefits for Cale Jensen, who had an RBI single in the first game. He is 0 for 3 in this contest. 3-0 the count now. And Hanna delivers ball 4. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Trey Brooks. We saw Sundquist has some control issues. He walked 3 while striking out 5, but able to work his way out of difficulty. Didn't face much difficulty. Didn't have more than 1 base runner behind him until the 5th. Hastings able to battle around that first and second 1-out situation and not allow any runs to score. Hanna with the runner on and 1 out, and the pitch is taken inside. It goes all the way back to the screen, so there's a runner in scoring position now. There's already action behind him. Say Hanna may have just been planning on being that 6th inning guy anyway, just to come out, get your feet wet here in a Sodbuster uniform. Had that first pitch to get the out, but now has thrown a 4-pitch walk and misses on the first opportunity here and throws a wild pitch. It looks like there is left-handed action for the Sodbusters, and we believe that's Marcus Miller. Miller looks like he's working for road trips, so not going on the road, but just pitching at home. He's a Hastings College guy. He's had 1 start and 1 relief appearance. He could be the next guy up for the Hastings Sodbusters. 1-0 delivery. Line drive, center field. That's a base hit. And they will hold the runner at third, so there'll be runners at the corners. Now they'll try to advance. The runner from first to second. Throw down is in time. Now a throw back home is not going to be in time, but they get the out at second. And the Sodbusters do give up a run, but really more importantly, they get the out as Fremont runs themselves into the second out of the inning. Great job for Nathan Massar to come up. The throw sailed over the head of the cutoff man, but Massar went up and fielded the short hop and gunned down Fucino. So it's a single, but that is a huge second out. Pitch fouled away, no balls, and a strike now on Peterson. And you will exchange the run for the out anytime because now the bases are empty with 2 outs. The Sodbusters still lead at 5-1 So the single, but it goes 2-6 on the put out as they're able to get Fucino trying to go from first to second, and a swing at a foul ball off the bat of Peterson. He's down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So would have been first and third and 1 out, and Fremont thinking big inning. Now bases empty, 1 home, but 2 outs, and the Sodbusters are now just 4 outs away from victory here, and the bases are empty. 0-2 pitch on the way. Misses outside, 1-2. Michael Hanna coming in, and he's hitting about 82, 83, his top 85 at this point for the Hastings Sodbusters. Facing the number 5 guy in the, or number 4 guy in the order, that's Connor Peterson. Peterson with a hit and an RBI in the first game, the RBI. Pops this one up into short left field. Josh Printer back, makes the catch, and after all of that, just 1 run scores. Good job for Nathan Massar to really quell the rally, and Fremont settles for just 1. 1 run on 1 hit, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Hastings 5, Fremont 1. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate woodbat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
It is Sodbuster Baseball, head to the bottom of the 6th. Hastings leads at 5-1, 9-1-2 coming up against Ryan Simmons. 7-2 into 3rd innings pitched. He has not allowed a run. He's allowed 1 hit. Been fairly efficient, striking out 2 and walking 2. Sodbusters have yet to reach him, although they were able to get the first 2 up against him back in the 3rd when he came in relief of Reese Cordham. They got the RBI single and a bases loaded walk before he was able to get a strikeout to end the frame. And those 2 runs looking really big right now as the Sodbusters have a 4-run lead. Here in the bottom of the 6th, looking for more. With Alexiel Delgado. Delgado 0 for 1, the aforementioned bases loaded walk, so he does have an RBI, and he takes ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Ryan Simmons working in the mid-80s here today. Here's the pitch. And that is off the inside corner for ball 2. Sodbusters trying to get a run back. Get that leadoff man aboard, then get the top of the order with Vega, Printer, and Duddleston. Continues to be action. It may have just been 1 inning for Michael Hanna, who did give up a run, but getting his feet wet, and he's now officially a Hastings Sodbuster, so he allowed the 1 run on 1 hit. Fremont got the run home on a play that Sodbusters got an out on, so they exchanged that run for an out, although they certainly didn't concede the run as they threw back home, but Trey Burks beating the return throw after they got a guy going from first to second, and really smart play for Nathan Massars. 2-1 count, and looks like some communications issues between Semin and Fucino. Those 2 guys talking signs out there. But Massar, great baseball IQ play. The throw was going to miss the cutoff man, and Massar, realizing that even if the runner comes home from 3rd, if you can get a free out at 2nd, take it. And they got a good play from Massar to throw down to 2nd base, get the out there. They tried to get the out at home too, didn't happen, but that's okay. And that made 2 outs, nobody on, instead of 1st and 3rd and just 1 out. And it really quelled the rally, and the Sodbusters able to get that 3rd out. Pitch across for strike 2-2 now on Delgado. And now Fremont down to its final 3 outs of the game. It looks like they're probably going to be facing a left-hander in the 7th. How big will the lead be? We will find out. 2-2 pitch. Swing at a foul ball, and that was over on the Hastings Sodbusters side. Did it get a piece of a Sodbuster? Everybody seems to be okay. 2-2 the count on Alexio Delgado. Delgado out of Carolina University. Division I program, and he had a really good spring, hit .336. Bounces this one to the left side. Third baseman's got it, sets, throws, out at first. Tell you what, rock solid for Dylan Brandenburg. He has handled all the chances. It's been an errorless game on both sides. Really well played. A good baseball game to watch. 1 out, nobody on for Drew Vega. Vega, a couple of singles in the game. He also has struck out. He scored once. Drew Vega, 3 hits on the day as he went 1 for 3 in the first game with a run scored. Drew Vega locked into that number 1 spot in the batting order the way he's going. Pitch taken inside for ball and has shown tremendous speed as well. As he stole a couple of bases in the first game, was caught stealing here in the second, as Cooper Fucino has been really tough to run on behind home plate. 2 caught stealings. Pitch low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Drew Vega. Sodbusters looking for a base runner here, trying to get another insurance run across. Haven't officially caught the number, but it appears to be Marcus Miller warming for the Sodbusters. Hastings on top 5-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at an off-speeder. 2-1, may have been ball 3. Drew Vega, another of the many Arkansas Tech products. Vega's best game was his game on Thursday. Spearfish 4 for 5, 2 runs batted in, 3 runs scored. Bounces this one to the left side. The shortstop's got it. The set, the throw, out at first. Sodbuster fans not happy about that one, but Hunter Snyder nearly took too long. It looked like he was delaying just a moment, not realizing how fast that Vega can get down the line, and that was a bang-bang play, and Vega's out. So a pair of ground outs from really speedy dudes, and now it's Josh Printer. Printer's been aboard a couple of times and has scored twice. See what he can get done here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. He's actually been on base 3 times. Walked twice and hit by a pitch and has scored 2 runs. 0 for 0 for Josh Printer, who swings and misses here. Trying to find a way to get on board. 2 strikes the count on Josh Printer with the bases empty and 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses. 1-2 on Josh Printer. And Printer's played really well at the shortstop spot, making all the right decisions and all the good plays out there for this Hastings Sodbuster team on the left side of the infield. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And really good relief outing for Ryan Semin, who puts another 0 on the board for Fremont. And Hastings needs 3 outs to close this one out. Hastings 5, Fremont 1. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil, tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris, plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
Blue Fork Kitchen features elevated comfort food in a family-friendly, fast casual environment. With a full menu, you can sit down for a nice meal or order online for pickup. From salads and wraps to burgers and steaks, Blue Fork Kitchen has your kind of food. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., with a special brunch buffet Sunday from 9 to 2 p.m. Blue Fork Kitchen is located in the Cimarron Plaza, 38th and Osborne Drive in Hastings. Like them on Facebook.
The strains of Sweet Caroline signifying the end of the day, we hope, at Duncan Field, as Hastings needs 3 outs for a victory, and they will turn to Marcus Miller, Hastings College product, Hastings High guy, a returnee from last year's squad, and this summer 0-1, 2 appearances, a 6 and 6 1/3. He has allowed 5 runs, 12 hits. He struck out 4. He's walked 1. A 7.10 ERA. Really deserved better than he got against Fremont. Gave up a lot of soft contact, but it seemed like they all fell for hits. As he worked 4 innings, allowed 4 runs on 9 hits, struck out 2, didn't walk anybody. He needs 3 outs to close things and try to close it out. Sodbusters won the opener 3-1. They lead this game 5-1. Trying to bring that ERA down a little bit further. Coming into today, a team ERA of 5.73. At home, however, 3.80, and getting no earned runs allowed from Jack Kruger in 7 innings of work in the first contest today. Pitch taken high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Coleman. As Brady Coleman has reached base twice, walked, singled, and stole the base his last time up. Marcus Miller's 1-0 pitch is right there for strike 1. 1-1 the count on Brady Coleman. And I keep calling him Brady. Even though he was Bridger the entire first game, I can't read my own writing. Bridger Coleman is at the plate now. 293 coming into today. Their last outing yesterday against Nebraska went 0-2, did score a run. 2-1 the count on Bridger Coleman. Coleman, a Californian, trying to reach base. Put a little pressure on the Hastings Sodbusters and Marcus Miller. No action behind him as Miller winds and stepping out at the last moment, Coleman, and he was granted time. And Miller, a little bit irritated by that, needs to calm himself there as he thought he had started his motion. He'll visit with the catcher now as coming out, and having a quick visit was Nathan Massar. 2-1 the count on Coleman. And the pitch. Beauty. Off speeder 2-2, and Coleman way out in front of that. Take another one just like that right here. Marcus Miller atop the hill. Set to go for a 2-2 pitch. Just a little bit high, 3-2. Sodbuster fans wanted that. Now it's full count. Just don't give up the free passes. This Fremont squad has not been a great hitting team. Don't give them a chance to think they can win this thing. 5-1 the score. Marcus Miller winds and delivers inside ball 4. It's a leadoff walk. No action behind Marcus Miller. This is his game for now. And we will see Dean Reynolds come to the plate. Reynolds grounded into a double play in the second. You'd take that. He also flew out to center. Dean Reynolds was the beer batter for the second straight game. The Sodbusters not going to get reduced price beer because they did not strike out the beer batter after they went 5 straight. As first pitch swung on and missed. As Dean Reynolds trying to put a really big charge into this Fremont rally. If he reaches, they feel like the rally is on here. Miller gets him. That quells it a bit. 0-1 delivery is drilled to left field. Going back, Jensen's. He's got it. Cale Jensen making his left field debut this year after he DH'd the first game. So Reynolds hit it on the button, but he's out. That's a large first out, 1 on and 1 out. And Marcus Miller hitting about 83 miles an hour here in the early going. That's pretty much where he lives. And stepping in will be Isaac Bonner. Bonner, 0 for 1 of the game. Walked his last time up. Takes an off-speeder off the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and no strike. A walk to lead off the inning. Then a line out to left. 5-1 the score. The Hastings Sodbusters with the lead. Trying to close things out here in the 7th and get a doubleheader sweep of their nemesis, the Fremont MOO. Bouncing ball right side. Vega's got it. Throws to second for 1. Not going to have a play at first. Smart, smart, smart. Vega knew he had time. Printer knew he did not. So it's 4-6 on the putout. Just great baseball IQ for the middle infielders there. No chance to get Bonner. He reaches on the fielder's choice. That also sets up an easy force. And it looks like it's going to be a new batter now, as we will see number 28 step in. This would be Tyrus Petchy. So Tyrus Petchy, he batted in the first game. Tyrus Petchy stepping in. And it's taken for a strike. No balls and a strike. 5-1 the score. The Sodbusters 2 strikes away from victory. Petchy getting his first at bat. And the pitch is missing. Tyrus Petchy seeing if he can keep the game going for the Fremont MOO. Petchy in that first game seeing time and going 0 for 3. 1-1 delivery. Foul back. 1-2, and the Sodbusters are a strike away now. So Marcus Miller gave up the leadoff walk, but has come back to get a line out, a fielder's choice grounder, and now it's 1-2 on Tyrus Petchy. Marcus Miller, left-handed pitcher, loves to pitch here at Duncan Field. The 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss! And bring out the brooms. It's a doubleheader sweep of the nemesis, the Fremont MOO, and Hastings has taken over second place in the Independence League first half standings. They are 10-5 after defeating the Fremont MOO by a score of 5-1. We'll talk about it after this timeout. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Hastings Sodbusters baseball's in full swing, bringing you another fun-filled summer of high-level collegiate wood-bat baseball at historic Duncan Field. A great way to spend a summer evening with your families at a Sodbusters baseball game. Go online to HastingsSodbusters.com for their home game schedule or to purchase tickets. Hastings Sodbusters Baseball. It's a hit.
Got the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Hastings College has reimagined everything. As a sophomore, you'll spend part of a semester studying abroad, and they'll cover the cost. Recognizing it's a digital world and how you learn, they'll give you an iPad Pro and Apple Pencil, tools that'll help you engage, whether you're on campus or in Paris, plus internship opportunities and professors who mentor you. Hastings even provides books. At Hastings College, you'll go somewhere. Go to hastings.edu/discover for more.
Dog Roll Patrol provides reliable and professional pet waste management services in the Hastings area. Hire Dog Roll Patrol today and spend more time enjoying your furry friends and less time cleaning up after them. Depending on your location and number of pets, Dog Roll Patrol will work with you to come up with a schedule that best fits your situation. Dog Roll Patrol takes great pride in their work. Family owned and operated out of Hastings. Get a free quote and details on the services at dogrollpatrol.com. The Hastings Sodbusters have a 3-game win streak after a doubleheader sweep of the Fremont MOO. Hastings taking game 2 as they win by a score of 5-1. Final line score on this one, 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Fremont 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher, Jude Sundquist. He works the first 5 innings, no runs on 2 hits, striking out 5, walking 3. Michael Hanna came in, pitched an inning, allowed a run, and allowed a walk as well and 1 hit. And the Sodbusters finishing it up with Marcus Miller. He walked the leadoff man but set down the next 3 and got a strikeout in the process as the Hastings Sodbusters do get the victory by a score of 5-1. Offensively, Drew Vega continues to play well at the top of the order, 2 for 4 with a run scored. Josh Printer 0 for 1, 2 runs scored. Sawyer Duddleston 1 for 3, an RBI. Yamato Sato, biggest hit of the game, had a 2-out, 2-run single to get the first 2 aboard, first 2 across in the third. That made it a 3-0 lead at the time. Sodbusters have followed that up and get 2 more to make it a 4-run third, and they win this game 5-1. Ryan Jarvis 0 for 2. He did score a run. So Tyler Welsh continued to move the line. He had a couple of walks in the game, went 0 for 1. Nathan Massar, 1 for 2. He had a big RBI single to keep the game going, keep that inning going. And then you had Alexiel Delgado with a bases-loaded walk to bring home a run. So Sodbusters getting production where they need it as part of that 4-run third inning, and they win the game by a score of 5-1. It's the head coach as Joel Skipper, doubleheader sweep today. The initial impression after the 2 games today.
Outstanding pitching. That led the way for us today. Did what we needed to with the sticks. Thought played pretty good defense all around, but Kruger, great, complete game, just lights out. And then, South Dakota boys today. Jude Sundquist in game 2. Michael Hanna just got into town on Friday, so good to see him on the mound. And Miller obviously closing the door was great, so really pleased with the guys' performance today.
You mentioned South Dakota State proud. Kruger continues to roll. Who's the ace of this team? I mean, you got a couple of guys right around 1, and Kruger, another tremendous performance for him as he lowers his ERA. It was like .79 coming in.
Yeah, that's a cool thing I think about this group. I mean, it's just kind of it's a group effort every time, no matter who's on the mound. Guys support each other, push each other. So it's a really cool environment to be in. So just kind of trying to stay out of the way right now, let them do their thing.
And Sundquist in the second game getting good defense behind him. I think he had faced just 1 over the minimum through the first 4 with double plays, with caught stealing. You guys were able to play such solid defense in support of your pitchers today.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it all started, just filling up the zone. I mean, the amount I think he had more than half his batters, about 3 pitches or less. So that really was able to keep the pitch count down. Then, like you said, great defense behind them. Guys communicated well and had a couple throwouts. Sawyer Duddleson, that throw out in right field was awesome. So the guys were just feeding off each other. I love the energy in the stadium tonight.
You mentioned Duddleson taking what would have been a double away, and they're really kind of setting the foundation for the second game. And then a play that's probably going to, most people won't think about, but the miss a relay throw home. Talk about Nathan Massar stepping up, realizing he could get the out at second, even though a run may score in that situation of the game. That's pretty good baseball IQ to get an out.
Absolutely, yeah. Nathan's one of our best. Really heads-up play there. Printer, I think, called it out. And, like you said, up 5 runs there. Run at third base doesn't really matter, so getting that out there, I think, was great for our pitcher and just kind of big momentum play at that point in the game.
And Printer and Vega seem to be developing a pretty special relationship there in the middle infield.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely building their chemistry. Had a great double play up the middle, a little backhand in there, so that was really good to see. It's a great environment to be in. I think the team's really gelling right now. Win is not bad to help out.
How about Vega's play with the glove only to get an out at first on one of their fastest players?
Yeah, he's been really, really impressive and kind of moved him up, kind of hit 9 for us to start the year off and has been, being in that leadoff spot, just doing a tremendous job getting on his base. Obviously, he has wheels. I thought he beat that one out in the last inning there, but didn't go our way, but he's been tremendous. Great glove defensively, and like I said, him and Printer just gelling up the middle.
Setting the foundation for what hopes to be a special homestand here. And, it's really cool to be talking. You're right in the hunt for the title in the first half. If somebody can beat Casper, you play well this week. Fremont's going to have a lot to say. They play both of you guys a lot during this week. It's fun to have that conversation here in the final week of the first half.
Absolutely, yeah. I think just got to take it one day at a time. Tomorrow we're going to have a nice off day. Just kind of recool the Jets as we have a big week coming up. I think we have, 11 games in a row. So it'll be pretty grueling. We're going to have to use everybody. So I think the guys are ready for the test.
And that sets a foundation. Having to use only 4 today, and really nobody had to extend themselves a great deal. Kruger probably was just going to pitch once this week anyway, and he's probably shot, but what a performance for him. And it would seem that you should have about everybody where they need to be.
Yeah, everybody's hot. I think we kind of kept the pitch count low. So obviously we'll see some guys that threw today later in the week, but I think everybody's ready to rock, so we can't wait.
He's Joel Skipper. Doubleheader sweep of the Fremont MOO as Hastings wins this one today, winning a second game by a score of 5-1 after they took the opener as well. Well, I'll tell you what, we missed Ryan Valenta today. He had some other duties, but he should be back in our next contest on Monday. These Fremont MOO are going to be coming back to town. Enjoy your Father's Day. Big salute to Mason Hendricks. He had to go through a lot today to try to get these broadcasts going. Not on our regular Sodbuster site, but we're able to at least least salvage the broadcast, if you will, and bring you Hastings Sodbuster baseball. And it sure is a lot of fun when they're winning. An impressive performance today. Wins by a couple of South Dakota State products in the 2 games. And Hastings is playing pretty well. They go to 10-5 on the year. They pass Fremont in the Independence League first half standings. Casper's above them, and now you just got to play it 1 game at a time and hope Casper loses a few along the way. That'll do it for our broadcast. Once again, the final scores. Hastings wins the opener 3-1. They take game 2 5-1. I'm Steve Stein. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Catch the spirit of the game. The Hastings Sodbusters.
Get the ultimate fan experience at a Hastings Sodbuster game this summer. Enjoy high-level collegiate summer wood bat baseball at the beautiful and historic Duncan Field in Hastings. Baseball and a whole lot more. Affordable family fun. That's what the Sodbusters and the Independence League are all about. Sodbuster Baseball. It's your team.